Hey guys, MichaelBtheGameGenie here. In today's video, we're going to be taking the final tour of the GenieCade. That's right, the home arcade I built with Arcade1Ups and I've had for the last 4 years. I'm going to show you guys what's still there, what's going to be staying, and what's going to be going. And I'll tell you more about it right after this. So that's right guys, today we're going to be taking the final tour of my project home arcade, the home arcade I built in a space in my house that I designated just for me for these Arcade1Up Home Arcades. But as you guys know, I'm clearing that out. I'm making that into a storage room so I can free up some space in the house to make a playroom for my kids. And while this is bittersweet, I'm not giving up all my Arcade1Ups. So today we're going to be taking a tour. I'm going to show you what's still there after selling so many already, what I'm going to be keeping, and what's still left to be sold. Anyways, before we get to that, I want to say thank you so much for checking out the video. Guys, I always appreciate your support. If this is your first time to the channel, you like what you see, go ahead, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, all that YouTube jazz. So alright guys, we're about to enter the MichaelBtheGameGenie, my home arcade I built from Arcade1Ups that I've been rocking the last 4 years. As you guys know, I'm going to be getting rid of this arcade. This is going to be turned into storage space so I can make a playroom upstairs for my kids. Just want to show you the arcade. This is one of the last times it's going to be active as an arcade because I have to start moving stuff tonight. So I wanted to do a little tour first, show you what I have left, what's going to be staying, and what's going to be going. All right, let's get started. Oh, here we go into the GenieCade for the last time. So this is going to look very different from my last tour. As you guys know, I usually do a year-end tour, but that's not going to be possible this year. First up, we have Atari Star Wars, one of my absolute favorite cabs, Arcade1Up I've ever done. I've reviewed this cab, done a live gameplay of it. This cab will not be leaving the collection anytime soon. Next up is Tron, which is another cab that I absolutely love. This is another one they knocked out of the park in the design, the way it looks. Tron is absolutely beautiful. Let me get you on front. One of the best dark marquees they've ever done. Of course, they've got the UV light to work off the inside panels here, and they've got the light bar inside. Joystick, spinner, light up joystick, light up H panel. So many different features with this. Awesome cab, and awesome game too. Everybody says they don't like it, but I love it. I've had so much fun playing it. And this one's going to be staying in the collection as well. Moving on, we've got Dragon's Lair. It's kind of funny. I have these put together intentionally. This is another special cab. Of course, it's got that special 3D marquee that comes out and changes. One of the coolest things Arcade1Up have done. The alphanumeric screen in there. There's speaker grills, which is unusual for a 3/4 scale cab, but of course they don't match the square speaker panels of the original. There's the game playing. We don't have the waterfall deck, but the deck is still pretty good. One of the smallest control panels. Coin door, beautiful cab. And of course, all three right next together, I'm going to be keeping these arcades. Moving on, we have the one that really pulled me in and made me fall in love with Arcade1Up, and that's my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cab. I considered selling this, but I just can't let it go. I think I'm going to hold on to this one for now for a few reasons. One is it's an awesome version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, better than Turtles in Time in my opinion, just because there's no speaker issue. The other thing is it has that original arcade art with April O'Neil on the side. Makes me feel kind of funny in my pants. Shouldn't have said that. Anyways, one of the reasons I want to keep this is no longer in print. You can't get it anymore. And the light up marquee is the Arcade1Up first party one. This was very hard to get, so I don't feel like letting it go. Like, to me, this is the cab that started it all. I don't really want to say goodbye to this one, so I think I'm going to hang on to Turtles, at least for the time being. Next up, we have the last year, I forget what they're called now, Legacy cabs, because they're going to be changing to Deluxe. So this is the Pac-Mania cab, and like from a cab perspective, it's absolutely beautiful. Like when you think Pac-Man, you wouldn't think of this. Of course, there's some issues. It doesn't have a 3D marquee like the original one does, and they actually sent me a replacement marquee because Mine came with some slight sticker damage, so I've got to change that out at some point. Screen kind of sucks, but it does have more games than the Bandai Namco. So, and I paid $2.99 for it Canadian. So if you think about it, it's like $1.99 US. For that price, I'm just going to hang on to it. I sold my other Bandai Namco Legacy Cab with the original Pac-Man art. I'm going to hold on to this one too, but not forever, until they come out with an XL Pac-Man. That's when this cab will be leaving the collection. I can put up with the terrible screen until then and just play some cheap-ass Pac-Man. Of course, I've got my great movie posters here. Back to the Future, my favorite movie of all time. Then, of course, I'm a big Bruce Campbell fan. Gotta have Army of Darkness. And I lucked into this Bubba Hotep poster long ways back when the local movie rental store was giving it away. So, Bubba Hotep sits proudly on my wall. My Alpine light-up sign, my arcade sign over here. Then we've got a Jason X poster. I got it the exact same way I got Bubba Hotep. And then we've got Golden Tee 3D Golf XL. Put on this angle so the screen doesn't look bad. It looks horrible from the other angle, but I love these XL cabs. I'm going to be hanging on to these as I go forward. Just going to be collecting XL and Pro unless they make special cabs. Love Golden Tee 3D Golf. Having a lot of fun with that. NBA Jam XL, giant marquee, horrible side art. I'm going to be holding on to this one. I might talk to Joe Zabo about getting new side art, but I don't really want to put a ton of money into these XL cabs. But NBA Jam XL, it's awesome. Again, screen on this angle so it doesn't get bad. Like if you come over from this side, it gets washed out, as you can see. So front on, I had a good time with it. I'm going to be keeping NBA Jam XL. Next up, we have Outrun Stand-Up Racer, not available in Canada. I ordered this one from Arcade1Up direct. Happy to have it in my collection. This one's probably gonna go. If I don't know. If I keep one racer, it'll maybe this, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna sell this one too. I just don't need a racing cabinet in my life. So I think I'm gonna say goodbye to Outrun. Breaks my heart, but it's gotta be done. Peel it, B! Moving on, we've got Ridge Racer. This one's already listed up for sale. I had a guy show up today after 2 or 3 days of talking back and forth with him. I thought he was coming to buy it. He came and looked at it, haggled me a little bit with the price, and then said he was interested and he'd get back to me. So as of right now, Ridge Racer's still in my collection. I've got a couple more people interested. One guy actually wants to trade me for a 1973 Gulfstream Williams pinball table. It's electromechanical. Unfortunately, it shorts out when the ball hits certain plungers, so I don't know if I want to fool around with that. I don't know if it's worth it. And I talked to my pinball friend, and he said he doesn't fix the electromechanical, so unfortunately, I don't know if I'll take that deal. Moving on, we've got Big Buck World. This was the last Arcade1Up I added to my collection. Got this Christmas time on a great sale. It's the only arcade in my arcade right now that currently doesn't have a light-up marquee. I do have the Retro 530 light-up marquee that I'm going to be adding as soon as I got time to film the unboxing and actually put it on, because I want to do it for the video, so I just haven't got to it yet. This has been a very surprising add to the arcade, one of the funnest games. Every time family comes over, they fall in love with Big Buck Hunter, and I can't wait to see what the Retro 530 light-up marquee looks like on it. Unfortunately, I've also got somebody that is interested in buying this one from me. My friend Stefan that actually brought my T2 cab. He's got a taste for shooters now, and he's pushing pretty heavy to get me to sell it. So after I get the light-up marquee on it, I don't know how long it's going to be in the collection. Then, of course, we've got Burger Time. Oh, I love you, Burger Time. I'm so sad, but at some point, Burger Time is also going to be leaving the collection. Such a cool cab, so beautiful, so hard to get, especially now. But unfortunately, I only have so much space, which I'll talk to you guys about in a second. Then we also have X-Men. This one is actually already pre-sold. A guy wrote me like as soon as I started listing my cabs and said, hey, would you be interested in selling X-Men? And I said, yeah, sure. Gave him a price. He sent me $200 to hold it. He's just never sent me the rest of the money or came to got it. So it's already pre-sold, but it's still here in my collection for now. I talked to the guy the other day. He was sick the last little while with COVID. So as soon as he gets the money together, he's going to come over and get it, and X-Men's going to be leaving the arcade. Last but not least, we have The Simpsons 4-player arcade game. I love The Simpsons. I love this cabinet. I hate Homer's button configuration. Ruins the cab for me because that's where I always play as. Simpsons Bowling's pretty fun. I've got a guy coming to look at this tomorrow, and Simpsons will be leaving the arcade. Of course, I've also got some other movie posters here. I showed you the horror movie posters, but didn't talk about them. Some Transformers posters. These will be coming down. I've got a Sam Adams, actual real, I don't know what they call them, neon light tube. This is not LED. This is real blown out glass. That's going to be coming out of this room. And then on this side, I used to have arcades next to my Stranger Things poster and my Return Empire Strikes Back poster, but now this is just dead space where I've just got a pub table now. So guys, that's it. That's what's left of my arcade. Even though I've already sold like 12 games, and I still have this many left, plus my Killer Instinct Pro upstairs, which I'm also keeping. So far, I'm definitely keeping these 5, and I'm keeping the XLs, and maybe Buck Hunter. We'll see. And the rest are either pre-sold or are on their way out. Now, the reason I'm doing this is I'm turning this space into storage, but as of right now, the storage that I had before took up that wall and then took up this wall to about where Buck Hunter is. So technically, I'm going to be able to leave these in here as well as the 2 XLs. They might actually come out in the other game room with me. We'll have to wait and see. But I still have enough space for about 10 Arcade1Ups in here, which, you know, maybe I'll hang on to that many. We'll see. I'm not in a rush to really sell any of them. It's been kind of like I post a couple and then some other ones come up and then we'll see what happens. So anyways, guys, that's my arcade tour. I'm going to miss having this full space, but I get to keep a little bit of it for now. Who knows? I may end up selling all my cabs eventually. Stuff happens. I just found out you can buy Spooky Pinball in Canada. So we'll see what happens. But as of right now, I still have Arcade1Ups I'm going to be keeping. I still get to keep a fraction of this space while the rest becomes storage, so I can turn another room into a playroom for my kids. So guys, that's my tour. It's a little bit bittersweet, of course. This place that has been my fortress of solitude for almost the last 4 years is coming to a close. But like I mentioned in the video, I'm not losing all my space and I'm not giving up all my Arcade1Ups. I'm keeping my XLs and my Pros and a couple other cabs that are special to me or I can have a little bit of fun with. And I have just a small bit of space left in that storage room that'll still exist, like a little mini Arcade1Up arcade. So that's not bad. Of course, things change pretty quickly once I move all the storage stuff in. I may need to make some additional room, so some more cabs may move out. We'll see how things shake out. And of course, some of my XL cabs may come out of that arcade space and move into the new game room I'm making. But anyways, this all leads to a path where my kids get to get an awesome playroom upstairs. I'm going to get a pretty kick-ass gaming and TV room downstairs, and I'll have a couple cabinets in there as well, hopefully. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments, what did you think of my final home arcade tour? I usually do these once a year, but where I'm clearing this thing out tonight and tomorrow, getting ready for all the new stuff that's happening, I wanted to do one last final look for you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think of my arcade, what you think of the decisions I make, the cabs I'm keeping, and the cabs I'm still going to sell. Do you agree with my decisions? Anyways, guys, thank you so very much for checking out the video. This is Michael B. the Game Genie. I'll talk to you guys next time.